Before the dawn of written history, ancient civilizations left behind a fragmented architecture of Ascent designed to decode the human mind. By tracing the Vedic Purusha, the Egyptian Ba, and the Hermetic Nous, we uncover a terrifying cosmic wonder hidden within the latency of our own perception. Step inside our exclusive circle of research and discover what modern science is only beginning to fear. If you are ready to look closer, please like and subscribe to help the channel grow, because today we break the seal on the origin of awareness, what the ancients hid inside the Obsidian Nexus. The primordial void was never truly empty. It held a terrifying silent latency, an obsidian mirror awaiting the first cosmic spark. The Rig Veda whispers of the cosmic man, a singular, blinding awareness sacrificed to fracture into a billion conscious eyes. Look closely at the clay fragments of the Indus Valley. The architecture of Ascent is carved not in stone, but in the marrow of raw awareness. The ancient mind measured the heavens without glass lenses. They calculated the precise latency of stars using the weight of their own breath. Two lines intersect, a third arises from nothing. You believe you are looking at the sky, but the sky is looking inward. The Nazadiya Sukta asks, who knows truly? Even the gods arrived after the architecture of creation was sealed. Energy condensed, matter became the heavy geometric prison. The human eye grew flesh to perceive its own cosmic exile. Every neuron reflects the stellar nexus. The intensity between your thoughts is the identical distance between ancient, dying suns. The records are fragmented, hidden behind the obsidian gates of history. Only the few who measure the silence can decode the transmission. Step inside our circle before the ancient gates close again. The timeline is shifting. The archive requires your presence. Cross the great water to the land of the black silt. The pyramid texts do not speak of death, but of the bifurcation of the self. The Ba flies into the unmanifest void. It carries the texture of memory, a golden shadow detached from the physical husk. But the Ka remains behind. It demands sustenance. It is the heavy foundational double that binds the spirit to the architecture of the tomb. Two parts of a singular equation. Without the Ka's weight, the Ba dissolves into cosmic noise. Without the Ba, the Ka is merely stone. Underneath the step pyramid of Saqqara, the subterranean nexus hums. Thousands of stone vessels buried to trap the precise resonance of awareness. The pieces of the shattered eye are fractional measurements of human perception. Add them together, and you still fall short of the total whole. They built monuments to align with Orion's belt, not out of vanity, but to tether the collective mind to a galactic clock. Feel the weight of the dark granite casing stones. They insulate the inner chambers from the chaotic frequencies of the external world. The knowledge migrated, hidden in the robes of initiates who crossed the Mediterranean, carrying the heavy seeds of the architecture of Ascent. The Greeks called it the Nous, but they forgot the dark silt from which it crawled. The geometric prison was about to change. The divine mind does not think, it merely radiates. To awaken to the nous is to pierce the outer rind of the geometric prison. Hermes Trismegistus carved the warning into the emerald tablet. The architecture of Ascent requires the systematic separation of the subtle from the gross. The mind is a localized fire borrowed from a greater hearth. When the body turns to dust, the fire seeks its original stellar nexus. Consider the latency between perception and action. In that infinite fraction of a second, the cosmic architect rewrites the laws of your reality. 7 concentric spheres encircle the human soul. Each planetary gate demands a specific sacrifice of ego before the mind can ascend higher. The archons guard the boundaries of the unmanifest void. They weave a tapestry of illusions to keep your awareness bound to the heavy clay. True consciousness is an act of violent recollection. You do not learn, you merely remember the forgotten brilliance of your own immortal origin. The text remains fragmented, hidden in the sands of Nag Hammadi. The jars preserved the light while the world sank into a deep material sleep. Listen to the silence between the spoken words. That is the true signature of the nous, the uncarved block of pure awareness. The sequence shifts, the planetary gates open, the geometric prison begins to fracture as the mind prepares for the ultimate mathematical revelation. One point becomes a line becomes a surface becomes a solid. The Pythagorean Tetractys is the blueprint of all awareness. Pythagoras swore his initiates to absolute secrecy. To reveal the geometry of the mind was to invite the total wrath of cosmic dissolution. The numbers are not tools for counting. They are living nodes of cosmic intelligence, the architectural pillars upon which consciousness constructs its illusions. Look at the golden ratio embedded within your own bone structure. You are a walking equation, a mathematical sonnet sung by an invisible creator. Music is the bridge between matter and mind. The strings of the cosmic lyre vibrate at the exact latency required to manifest physical form. When the mind contemplates the triangle, it touches unalterable truth. The physical world decays, but the architecture of geometry remains eternal. The mind, trapped in the prison of the 5 senses, cannot see the hidden 4th vertex, the point where all paradoxes resolve. The Tetractys holds the secret of cosmic evolution. 4 tiers of reality descending from the singular spark to the heavy geometric density of Earth. To decode the code is to master the latency of fate. The initiates knew that numbers could manipulate the very fabric of human destiny. The mathematical grid tightens. The echoes of Croton resound through centuries. Prepare your awareness, for the mentalism nexus awaits your final transition. The universe is a colossal, shifting thought. The container and the contained are woven from the same hyperdimensional thread. The Corpus Hermeticum declares the absolute primacy of the mind. All that you touch, all that you fear, is merely an echo within the primeval nexus. Matter is not solid. It is a dense, slow vibration of the cosmic intellect, a temporary crystallization of divine will inside the geometric prison. When the mind changes its resonance, the architecture of reality bends. The ancient thaumaturges did not break physical laws, they simply rewrote the underlying script. You are not an inhabitant of the cosmos. You are the cosmos experiencing the agonizing illusion of localization. The latency of manifestation is narrowing. What once took epochs to solidify now ripples through the obsidian matrix in the blink of an eye. The Kybalion whispers the law of polarity. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. The architecture of Ascent relies on balancing the twin fires. To master the mind is to master the rhythm of the tides. The swing of the pendulum must be neutralized before it sweeps you back into oblivion. Look into the deep shadows of the temple. The gods are not entities to be worshipped, but psychological states to be inhabited. The mentalism nexus tightens its grip. The dream demands your total submission or your immediate chaotic awakening. Humanity did not invent consciousness. We inherited a fractured transmission, a cognitive inheritance locked within our very biology. The Eleusinian mysteries offered a terrifying glimpse behind the veil. A singular, unrepeatable experience that shattered the linear perception of time. Initiates emerged from the dark caverns, forever changed. They no longer feared the material decay, for they had witnessed the eternal architecture of Ascent. The brain is not a producer of awareness, but a filter, a biological valve designed to reduce the blinding infinity of the cosmos into a manageable trickle. If the valve opens too wide, the ego fractures. The sheer weight of the unmanifest void floods the fragile human vessel. The ancient mystery schools knew the exact mathematics of the filter. They adjusted the latency of the mind through sound, shadow, and isolation. We are standing at the precipice of a massive cognitive shift. The ancient seals are wearing thin. The architecture is waking up. The memory of what we were is clawing its way to the surface. You can feel it in the heavy silence before you sleep. The final seal is not outside you. It is written in the dormant architecture of your lineage, awaiting cosmic architecture. The timeline is closing. Lock your seal into our archive by leaving your testament below, before the obsidian gates shut forever.